Hi, and welcome back to Miami Television News. I'm Shore Crawford.
And I'm Kaya White. This week's Word on the Street reporter Stephanie Negron and Carlina Lombardi asked Oxford residents about this year's election.
With all the political hype going on this year, Word on the Street asked for Oxford's opinion on this year's voting experience and election results.
Could you tell me a little bit about your voting experience this time around?
My voting experience was actually a really good one. I felt like my vote was actually meaningful because Ohio is such a flip-flop state.
I really liked the voting experience. I did an absentee ballot and I was able to fill it out in my dorm room and mail it into my home back in Portage County. Not all the people I voted for won, but I did vote and pass the school levy, which was cool.
I didn't really feel like my vote had a lot of weight to it, even though it was in Ohio, a battleground state.
I've never voted before, so I was really excited about doing it. I really wanted to do it. I feel like as college students, we do make a huge impact on how the election turns out.
What do you think about the results of this year's election?
I think it's pretty good. I was rooting for Obama. I actually worked on the campaign here for Obama and got him reelected, so it's a good thing around here because we are college students and he was wanting to cut the interest rates down and hire the Pell Grants.
I wasn't really surprised by the results, although I was largely disappointed. I thought it would go the other way.
I was really excited about Obama winning the election because I'm a Democrat and I support the universal health care. A lot of people that are helped or will be helped by universal health care truly do need assistance.
I'm a little disappointed that Obama got reelected because I think that the hope and change he promised wasn't really delivered. So hopefully over these next 4 years he can work a little harder to bring us a better economy.
Now that Obama's been reelected, what would you like to see change within the next 4 years?
I think one of the major things for me that I would like to see change is the economy.
We've got to get this economy back on track so that the American people can be more self-reliant and have better jobs and better living conditions.
More opportunities for education.
A willingness for everybody to compromise and get some stuff done in Washington. I think we have an opportunity for another 2-4 years with some of the same people, which is okay, but I just hope that we can make that a positive change and respond to what America wanted.
That was Oxford's opinion on this year's election. This is Carlina Lombardi and Stephanie Negron. Now back to you in the studio.
Miami University is currently accepting applications for student trustee. The position is one of the most prestigious positions a student can hold at Miami. The student is given the chance to represent the voice of the student body by collaborating with other members of the Board of Trustees. If you are interested in applying, please visit the ASG website at www.muasg.com. Applications are due Monday, November 26th by 5 p.m.
We sent MTN reporters to put together a Thanksgiving dinner for under $25. Here's what they found.
If you are looking to create your own Thanksgiving dinner on the cheap, look no further than Kroger. We have come here today to spend about $25 for 4 people to create your own Thanksgiving meal that's completely microwavable, so you can do it at your dorm, at home, very easy and inexpensive. So let's go check out their prices and see what we can do. These potatoes look so easy. They're 2 for $5, which is a great deal, especially if you're going to be cooking for more than one person. So I'm going to snag those and keep looking. A package of rolls is only $1.29 for 4 rolls, so this is great. Sticking with our budget, so let's keep looking. Some people really enjoy cranberry sauce on Thanksgiving. You don't have to go overboard and buy a huge can. This one's only 89 cents, so I'm going to grab it. So I'm festive and sticking with our theme. Let's grab it and go. Now, the most important part of the meal is clearly the turkey, and this looks like a great deal. $5 for turkey breast and gravy, so I'm going to snag it. And all of this is microwavable, so we're good to go. Bob Evans makes these really good frozen meals. The home-style stuffing complements our turkey and everything else we've got so far, so I'm going to put it in our basket. Canned vegetables come in all different price ranges. It looks like golden corn is 79 cents along with green beans, so I'm going to grab 2 cans. Finally, to complete our meal, I think that we can all agree that pumpkin pie serves as the best dessert option on Thanksgiving. This is 2 for $7, so $3.50 for one. I'm going to grab it, and I think that concludes our meal. Since we have room in our budget, what better way to spend it than on sparkling cider to top off this holiday season. So I'm going to grab a bottle, and then this tops off our meal. So,
hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Coming down, and your total is only $20.45.
That is awesome and completely in our budget.
Okay.
So that works
fantastic.
out great. Thumbs up. After getting all of our Thanksgiving essentials and even adding a little extra to our list, we were able to stay under our budget, and the whole total was only $20.45, which is under our $25 budget. So for 4 people, this is a great deal.
This week on Hawkspot, MTN reporter Chloe Tillman takes us to the Oxford bowling lanes where the Miami bowling team offers some tips for getting a strike.
Most bowlers aim to get a strike, but for the Miami bowling team, getting a strike is just a bonus compared to the club's overall experience.
I joined some summer leagues when I was in high school, and I always just kind of bowled for fun, but we were able to start a team here, and I actually started getting kind of passionate about it and spending money, but it's always just been fun.
The bowling team is new to Miami's campus, becoming an organization just last year. The club's president, Sam Whitmore, says the team practices at the Oxford bowling lanes to prepare for tournaments this winter.
There's different types of tournaments. Some are bakers, which is when the team will bowl a game together. They'll alternate each frame between people, or they'll bowl individual games, which they're responsible for their own scores. And it's basically just a bunch of different schools coming together and competing for a tournament.
If you want to improve your game, the club recommends many techniques.
You need to have patience. You can't rush it. You can't overthink it. You just need to relax, know what you're doing, and you need to have a good release on the ball. You can't fidget around as you come back, as you cock your arm back, or as you swing through.
Now the Miami bowling team says the aim to getting a perfect strike is to keep your arm straight, not curve your wrist, and patience is the key.
And with every strike, there's celebration.
One of these, just across the lane. It was pretty embarrassing, but everyone seemed to like it. Or, we got a traditional arm pump or something like that. When my ball crosses right, I throw one of these in there. Everyone's unique.
When I got strikes, I would go like this.
At the Oxford bowling lanes, I'm Chloe Tillman for Miami Television News.
After the break, we'll have Miami's women's soccer team in studio.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
MUTV's a home run. MUTV's a touchdown.
MUTV is a hole-in-one.
Welcome back to Miami Television News.
This week, MTN has Miami's women's club soccer team coach and a player in studio.
Hello, I'm Curtis Werner with Miami Television News. You might not know this, but your Miami club soccer team, the women's team, will be heading to nationals. Today we have with us the head coach and the player, and we're lucky enough to sit down and have an interview with them. So, Mark and Amanda, are you ready to be interviewed?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll start off. Question number 1. Can you both tell me about how you guys got started with the club team?
Yes, me and the other head coach, we knew the coaches last year, and we shared our interest in wanting to become the coaches when they were done, and we were lucky enough to receive that position for this year.
And I actually was part of the varsity team last year, and I didn't enjoy it, and it wasn't really fun for me, but I heard that club was a great opportunity. They had a lot of fun, but it's still really competitive, so I tried out, and here I am.
Excellent. All right, so can you guys run me through what an average practice looks like?
An average practice, we try to, obviously we warm up, we do a bunch of just small side activities, and we usually end with a full-on scrimmage. We like to do that because we like to kind of break down the play. And there are obviously times when we did conditioning, but now that we're preparing for the tournament, we're doing counterattacks, defending counterattacks, shooting's a big thing. But we're just trying to polish everything before our first game.
Right. At the beginning of the season, I think that it was a lot more about having fun and kind of doing our own thing, but now it's definitely gotten a lot more organized and it's going well.
All right, excellent. So what is your proudest moment of the season that was not going to nationals?
That's a good question. We had a lot of close games, but the one that I recall the best is we played Purdue at Purdue. And it was a really back and forth game, 0-0 the whole time. And then finally in the last, I think, 10 minutes of the game, we were able to put one in the back of the net. And it was just a great feeling. And then it made that long trip home not as bad, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great game. Another great game that we had. In the beginning of the regional tournament, we played Indiana, who was ranked 2nd overall, right below Ohio State. And we're ranked 4th. And we knew that was a big game. We had to win it to go on. And we ended up beating Indiana. Unfortunately, we lost to Michigan in the semifinal in overtime, but we were lucky enough to get the at-large bid to nationals.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you guys have had a lot of success this season. I mean, obviously moving to nationals is pretty prestigious. So what do you think it is that sets you guys aside from the rest of the competition? Where do you excel?
I would say from my viewpoint is that our chemistry is, I don't think any team could have the chemistry that we have. I mean, we've had social events. We hang out on the weekends all the time. You couldn't tell if someone was a freshman or a senior. We're all friends with each other, and that shows on the soccer field. And it's great to see that as a coach and the success that we've had.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. A lot of the times with girls, especially when you have big groups of them, there's always drama or this or that, but we're all friends, we all have fun, it's an awesome time, and it just shows on the field definitely, like Mark said.
All right, excellent. So last question here, guys, and then you're off the hook. So going to nationals, do you have any sort of different strategy going in? Do you think it'll be any different approach than you would take to a regular season game, playoff game? How does it differ from all the rest of the games you guys have played so far?
Formation-wise, throughout the season, we've changed a lot of things up, and it depends on what the other team, how they're playing, but we try to capitalize on each player's strengths. We have a bunch of speed up top, so we're trying to use that to we're trying to use that against their defense, because most defenders aren't that quick.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been using that. We've only had success with that. And just knowing that it's these seniors' last times putting on a Miami jersey, playing for them, playing as a team, and we've worked this hard. We have to go out right.
Oh yeah, definitely. I also think that it's going to be a lot more nerve-wracking than most of our other games. A different atmosphere, a lot of teams that we've never even seen before. So it'll be scary and new, but we're all really excited about it. So.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you guys for coming in and sitting down and talking with us today. So you're off the hook, free to go, and best of luck in nationals.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right. That was our interview with the Miami Club Soccer team, the women's club soccer team, that is. So look out for them on November 15th, going to nationals, and cheer them on and hope we take home the hardware. Thank you.
Our very own Lacey Mendenhall went out on the court to visit Miami's new basketball coach on this week's Sports Short.
Welcome to Miami News Sports Short. I'm your host, Lacey Mendenhall. Today I caught up with head coach Cooper and senior Vince Lagarza to hear about how the new coach is working with the team and their expectations for the season.
Well, funny story is my team actually came in here and played Miami last year, where I was at previously, Tennessee State. I was the head coach. I think in many ways maybe that served as the interview for me, but you know, we won, came here, played very well. Miami called me during the Final Four and asked me would I be interested in talking to them about the job, and I said absolutely I would be, and here we are. So it was a pretty quick process, and now I'm here in Oxford, Ohio, here from Nashville, Tennessee. I don't want to be known by the team as a basketball coach. I would prefer that they know me as a husband, a father. I think those are things that are important. At the end of the day, what I do for a living as a basketball coach, I don't really think it's important in the scheme of things. I'm lucky that I get an opportunity to affect lives as well as be affected by young men's lives myself. But I think, you know, being a father, being a husband is something that takes work, obviously, and I work unbelievable hours and I travel a lot, but it's a commitment. And to me, if I can commit to that and do those things, then it also allows our kids to see that you have to commit to something in life.
My first impression started way back in May when he called me to let me know he was the new coach. You know, he just told me, hey Vince, I want to make your senior year as special as possible for you, and that really meant a lot. And he said he wanted to, you know, really set me up for the rest of my life as a person. And so right then and there, I knew he was a coach that was going to care about us on the court and off the court. And so right away, you kind of trusted him and really wanted to, you know, follow him onto the court and, you know, do whatever he asked of you. His presence has already changed the team a lot. The team's a lot more loose, and guys are really, I think, interacting together a lot more. You know, he's always with us. He's always talking to us. He's inviting us to his house. So it really creates that like family type atmosphere that you want with the team. So I think it's really brought the team a lot closer together.
The East Coast continues to recover from what many meteorologists called the worst storm in almost a century. Hurricane Sandy left millions without power, catastrophic floods, and parts of the Jersey Shore unrecognizable. The damage from Sandy is estimated to have reached $60 billion, with the death toll rising to 113 people. While Miami is far away from the East Coast, we can still do our part. If you would like to help with the recovery effort, please visit redcross.org or text Red Cross to 90999 to donate.
Miami welcomed a world traveler to campus. MTN sat down with Mr. Rick Steves to learn more about his adventures.
Author, TV host, and world traveler Rick Steves has been guiding millions of Americans across Europe with his award-winning travel books. I sat down with him and asked what students can do to make the best of their travel experiences.
I found that sort of counterintuitively, if you're traveling right, the less you spend, the more you experience. There's so many great opportunities.
He is right. The opportunities are endless, but if time and money is your concern, he has an answer for that too.
You could be dead next year. You've got enough time. You've got to get out there and do it, you know. I mean, everybody's got the same amount of time. Some people travel, some people don't. It's just your priorities. Don't have enough money. Well, it is expensive, but I would say if you travel, I can't remember meeting somebody who traveled smartly that didn't think it was time and money well spent.
While at Miami, Rick Steves encouraged students, and certainly made an impact on myself, to get out there and experience the world.
If you get out of your comfort zone, you can gain empathy for the other 96% of humanity and realize the world's not a pyramid with us on top and everybody else trying to get there, but it's a wonderful, diverse world of people who don't have the American dream. They've got their own dream, and that's a beautiful thing.
For MTN, I'm Mercedes Williams.
Aren't cell phones ringing in the library annoying? This week on What Would You Do, MTN experiments with how students react to loud ringtones.
Kaya White with Miami Television News with another segment of What Would You Do? As the semester is winding down, the libraries are becoming the place to be. What would you do if you're trying to get your study on and an obnoxious ringtone goes off? Thanks for tuning in to Miami Television News. I'm Kaya White.
And I'm Shore Crawford. Have a great day.